GTA video to show you. However, it's not the one I wanted to, but it's kind of almost the same concept. It turns out that my PlayStation said that it did record my whole hour of gameplay, but when I went to go download the content, it showed that my video was there, but it just wouldn't play. It was a black screen, so it took me literal ages to find this subway station again to recreate this video. I recorded a full hour of content, and then once again, only 30 minutes of it was actually recorded. My PlayStation shows a full hour, but only one clip was able to be downloaded. So, what we're gonna do is stick with this video, and if you like this a lot, I will do another video. I'll find the subway station again, and we'll go from there. But anyways, I wanted to do a little bit of, oh, look at this vending machine. Very yummy. You want a candy bar? How about a Hershey? Or, look at that, the Bean Machine Coffee. Welcome to the Baked Gaming channel. We've got baked beans over there. But anyways, I wanted to do a little bit of my soft speaking and whispering combo because I see that a few of you actually do like this combination. So I want to make more videos of stuff that you enjoy, obviously. But we've got the train rolling in. Hopefully we can catch it, because sometimes they just run right past us. Anyways, let's go ahead and pack up, roll up, heat up that rig, and if you're popping an edible tonight, well man, I hope that it goes smoothly. Don't forget to hydrate even if you are a sober bean. Look at this lady staring at us with her coffee. She thinks she's so much better than us, but guess what? She's not about to rip it like we are. No, she is not. Alright. Cheers, 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 and happy Friday. I do have my PlayStation controller. I'm gonna take off my jacket real quick. It's like a little sweater. A little old man sweater that I bought at the thrift store not too long ago. But, yeah, anyways. I hope that you've been doing well. Let me grab the controller. So, I do apologize for this video being a little bit shorter than most of my other videos on the channel. I don't know what's going on with my PlayStation, but I need to transfer the data already so that I can hard reset my PlayStation, and hopefully that fixes things, because I don't have the money to be buying another PlayStation, and PlayStation games are honestly, the console in general is one of my preferred methods for playing video games. It's just like, I'm so used to first-person shooter games, or even third-person like GTA. I'm so used to playing those with a controller, so that's why I really love playing on my console. However, I do love playing on my PC. Oh no, that's Pipsqueak. He's just going, You might hear him in the background. But anyways, yeah, I really love playing on the console. I just love the controller feel. But I love playing Minecraft on the PC. That's just how I grew up though, with Minecraft is keyboard and mouse. Look at this lady.
She keeps like eyeballing us. Oh my
God. I apologize for that. Let me pause this real quick.
Okay, I think that Pipsqueak is done in being in rat mode. But yeah, I just feel like, number one, I just don't have the money right now to buy a new PlayStation. And number two, I really don't want to buy a new PlayStation. I feel like, okay, I think I can't really tell sometimes what stories that I have told you about. Also, on my quick break there, I ended up drinking some coffee, so that might be why it sounds like that. my mouth. But anyways, when I first bought my PlayStation, I had just gotten with the producer, so I want to say that I found my PlayStation in 2019. Actually, I lied. The producer and I got together December 2019, so obviously it couldn't have been then because I remember it was summertime, you know. In December where I live, it snows. So, not the summertime vibes that you'd be thinking. So, in 2020, I was on this really big hunt for a PlayStation 5. I can't even remember when the PlayStation dropped, like the PS5, but I remember that for a long time there, I was working at a warehouse, and I remember there was these, not giveaways, I wouldn't say giveaways, but Best Buy would, I can't remember if it was Best Buy or a different company. Anyways, point being that every month or every so often they would drop a link, and it would be a link to have the chance of buying a PlayStation 5. The kick was there were only a limited amount of PlayStations on this link, so you had to know the time that this link was going to be dropping or opening up for everyone to click. And I would send this link to some of my coworkers at the warehouse, and they would help me at noon. Let's say noon is when the link opened up for people to click and have the chance of buying a PlayStation before they ran out. They would help me, my coworkers would help me, and oh my gosh, let me just tell you, bless up, man, blessed. I was blessed to have those kinds of people in my life at the time. But I can tell you that I never found the PlayStation, I never bought the PlayStation using that method. I know. And when I tell you that these people helped me multiple times, man, oh man. So one day I ended up going to this store with my friend. It's trying to think of a way to explain this, because I don't think every state or every place has something like this, but maybe you do. It's like a GameStop, but it's not a chain store. It doesn't have a chain. It's a local shop that you can trade in your games or your consoles and get a little bit of money back, or even some in-store credit. Anyways, my friend and I, we head to this local store in the summertime, and I'm still thirsty as heck for a PS5. I really wish you could have seen me, because I feel like I was just constantly on the lookout for a PS5. I don't even remember when they dropped, but I was thirsty as heck. And we So I go around looking in the store, trying not to look so freaking thirsty for this PS5, but I also have to be aware. I have to be aware of my surroundings because nobody can get in front of me for this PS5 or I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna crash out. Not literally, I think I would have been more sad than mad. Because how could I let someone go in front of me after spotting this PS5 for the first time in ages. Because back then, you couldn't really find a PS5 at like Target, Best Buy, Walmart. They were just running out so quickly. Let's take a deep breath. If you're wearing headphones, which I hope you are, I wonder how good that sounded because I can't give myself ASMR, but like the tingles. But I wonder how that sounded going ear to ear with the exhale. Anyways, so after window shopping, I should say almost, after just fake shopping in this store, in this gaming store, I'm like, oh my god, I keep seeing people parking and like they're about to come in. I gotta make my move. So I walk up there with my friend and I'm like, hey man, like, I've known this guy, I've known this owner for ages. I've been going to this store for a long time, so this thing that he likes to do, or he just likes to say in his store, and it's just to himself or to his coworkers, he'll be like, something bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Anyway, so I knew this guy as the bad to the bone guy because he just constantly sang it. So I went up to him and I'm like, hey man, is that PlayStation ready to go, or do you still need to do some tests on it to make sure it works? And he goes, oh no, it's ready. It's ready to sell. You want it? And obviously I was geeking, I was just cheesing. And I was like, absolutely. How much is it going for? And I want to say, because it was so rare, a lot of places who had used consoles, they were still selling them for the same like store value new, if it were new, because it was just so rare. And let me tell you, you better believe I was ready to pay full price, and I was even willing to go a little higher because I hadn't found one, man. I know that sounds crazy, especially if you're not into consoles like that, or you know, if you just like to hold on to your money for something else. Totally understandable. But at the time, boy oh boy, I really wanted it. I was determined as heck, and I found it. And I told this man, I told the owner, absolutely, I want this. And let me tell you, as soon as I bought it, this family comes in with their teenage boy. I'm also a teenage girl, you know, but like, I had already graduated. I think this kid was still in school. So, after I bought it, my friend and I are walking out, and I did not travel with this PlayStation in the back of my seats because where I lived at the time, it was a decent area, but there were definitely break-ins happening all the time, and why in the heck would I be flashing a PS5 just for the heck of it? So I threw that bad boy into my trunk. And you remember that family I said that walked in? They walked right out. And I could hear them when they were walking to their car. I think they had seen me because they had said something like, oh, I think that was the last one that he had. And if I just would have gotten to this store just a few minutes too late, that teenage kid could have had his PlayStation.
But he didn't because I got there way too early for him. Early bird gets the worm.
I hope that he did get a PlayStation later on in life, or maybe even later on that day. But I'm sorry. I had been trying too hard for a long time to get that. I was not about to be friendly and give up my PlayStation. I'm sorry. I know. But hey, him and I were only like a couple years apart. It wasn't like me, a 20-year-old. Oh shoot, wait, never mind, I wasn't a teenager. I was 20. But yeah, you know, like him and I, we were still around the same age. We weren't that far apart, so I didn't feel too bad. Especially because I had already put the work in for this PlayStation, and I'm like, I just bought this with my own money, you know? It was like one of the first adult, I guess, items you could say that I bought on my own. I had already had like a full-time job. I was working my 40 hours. And I would say it was my, you know, like, big purchase. So, I felt like I really earned that. And here we are. Here we are, five whole years later. And it's acting up. I want to sometimes just shake the heck out of my PlayStation and just be like, what is wrong with you? Please stop acting up. Just work. I've treated you well this entire time. I'm begging you, please. I was about to start singing that Sabrina song. I think it's Please, Please. I don't know the actual song name, but I think that's what it is. Please, please, please. I think she says, don't prove me, right? I don't even know. I don't know the lyrics at all. But anyways, yeah, that's the story of how I got this PlayStation that is currently giving me so many problems. And I hear that they're making another PlayStation. Hold on. You know what? I think we deserve to know the answer to this. So, I'm gonna look it up. Hopefully my recording doesn't stop. Alright, PS6. PS6 handheld becomes more legit with new PS5 power save mode. Wait, I'm confused. Is the PS6 just a handheld device? Okay, so someone asked, like, will there be a PS6 coming out? AI Overview says, while there's no official release date, the PS6 is widely expected to be released sometime between 2027 which concept is actually the Sony concept. Alright, we're just gonna leave that alone. I really do hope that you have been enjoying today's video. I thought it would be extra boring. And so, enough for you to just pass out. I don't know how long it typically takes you to go to sleep, but I try to keep my videos over 20 minutes long because, at least when I watch ASMR videos, I need way more than like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, because around that time, for me, is when I finally start to experience tingles, and like when my body is fully relaxed. So I like to watch videos that are a little bit longer, and I have found that gaming channels seem to be the longer video. Like, I don't know, they're just longer videos, because gameplays just take a little longer. But I also really do like watching people, you know, like, it feels like I'm there with somebody. I mean, like here, it might feel like you and I are actually playing this game together, but sometimes it's, you're just watching me, you know? I don't know, and I feel like when you see someone's face, like when I had my old channel, when you could see me, I feel like that was a lot more intimate than this, but it just, this is way more exciting to me, exciting for me to do, and being in front of the camera, like just me doing triggers and stuff, or me just rambling, not so exciting, for me at least. Like, I know other people really liked them, but for me it just wasn't fun to film. It felt like a lot of pressure. I had to get the right background, I had to do good triggers. It just all felt just too much pressure. It was just too much pressure. And it wasn't fun. But here, we're experiencing gameplay together, and I think that is exciting. I don't know, but it could also just be exciting to me because like growing up, I only had, like, I don't want to downplay this, but I only had my brother to play with, and he always had, he's a year younger than me. He's a year younger than me. And he was always a little bit more of a gamer. I became, I think, more of a gamer as I grew older. It just helps save money, you know, like, I'd rather be chilling here and playing video games than spending like freaking $10 on one drink at the bar or something. I could just buy a whole bottle and chill at home and clap some cheeks on Fortnite. I don't know, man. That's just me. That's how I think about it. But yeah, when I was growing up, I didn't really have people to play with other than my brother, and he always had friends to play like Call of Duty with and stuff. So like this channel, it feels like I finally have someone to play with. Now don't get me wrong, the producer does play games with me, but she's not a gamer girl. Not like me, so like when I'm bored, I just want to play a video game. When she's bored, she wants to like manically, is that even a word? Manic. She has manic episodes, but she's also baked. And then she wants to start cleaning like crazy. And that is soothing to her. absolutely love that stimulation. I think video games are just so fun and so unique, and they do stimulate your brain in like different areas, like hand-eye coordination, teamwork, communication. I don't know. I love video games. But yeah, that's why I decided to make this channel, is because I love video games and I want to share that passion with you. You know, I want to share it. Because I could only share it with my brother growing up. And now I have you. Like, you know, you're interested in this. And I know that you're probably only here for the whispers and like to go to bed, but still, it feels like we have a community here. And I adore each and every one of you. Y'all are amazing. It sounds like there's people out front, so my bad. Anyways, thank you so much for chilling with me. I will see you later. And yeah, if you end up really liking this style video for like the GTA gameplay, I got you again. I got you. Don't worry. I can definitely do something like this again. Or if you just prefer me to walk around the city or drive around the city, go on hikes, I love doing that too. So just let me know what you like and I got you. Just like you let me know you liked the soft speaking and whisper combo. I am only here to satisfy